¿Cuál es el punto? El asunto está corrupto. Vida dedicado al falso contaminado, encaminado a los campos minados. Seres que gobiernan y controlan nuestra tierra hipnotizado con su juego mental y limitando nuestro potencial como ser humano, no dejando que lleguemos. No quieren que seamos, quieren mantenernos controlados. Babilón, ¿qué pasó? Los que tienen el poder tienen el futuro en su mano. El mundo que está cambiando.
While I was at Universal Orlando, I stayed at the Cabana Bay Resort. While I was there, I went over to the Aventura Hotel. So I am, oh, let me fix my hair, I don't know, which is on Universal property. I went over to the Aventura Hotel to check out their lobby and film a little bit there because I actually had a upcoming reservation at the Aventura Hotel for another trip, which I ended up canceling, and now I have a rebooked reservation back at Cabana. While I was there exploring the lobby of the Aventura Hotel, it was kind of a weird experience, and I'm gonna be one of those vloggers, and I'll always be one of those vloggers that I'm gonna be very brutally honest. Even if I do a review of a hotel where I initially seem very excited, that may be in the moment, and I will always try my best to do new videos to touch on whether I really feel that way or what my thorough experience was like as the trip continued, because I always want to keep it honest as to what I really experienced as the trip would go on. So I went over to Aventura Hotel to explore the lobby and see what the environment looked like because I had a reservation there. So I went in there and I was initially kind of let down on the sizing and the theming of the resort lobby. A lot of the people who have filmed the Aventura Hotel, they must be using like a stretched lens or something like that on their camera, because the lobby from their footage looked very, very big. And when you get to the lobby, it's actually a very narrow hotel. It's very small, and it kind of looks like a lounge at an airport. Like you went into the lounge of like the preferred customer at an airport. The seating area of the overall lobby is very small, very poor. And the food that I saw, again, it kind of looked like a bad cafeteria, maybe at like a university or something like that. And from what I saw online of the type of food offerings at this hotel, it doesn't seem like honestly the type of food you want to eat if you were on vacation. Honestly, I don't want tofu if I'm on vacation. As healthy as I talk about eating healthy, I want like, you know, basic food that's not like over the top, but also not like tofu. Let me just get into the different things I noticed. I noticed that the furniture, and there's a reason we're going to talk about this, was very bad. It was very cheap, uncomfortable in the lobby. And I've heard people talk about how the furniture at the hotel, like in the rooms, is also not very good quality. The pool kind of looks like a condo here in Miami, like their pool, if they had like a petite pool. It was really nothing very aesthetic for a resort. The Cabana Resort property, as far as their amenities with the pools and the pool bars, is obviously way better. The staff at Cabana Bay seems much more widely diverse as a good quality. I noticed that there was a lot of diversity working at the hotel, and it seemed to be like a lot of different backgrounds of different peoples. And I'm going to be very honest, when I went over to Aventura, I did not really notice much in the way of diversity. One of the negatives I saw at this hotel was how they handled an incident with my dad. So my dad was in the lobby of the hotel, and this hotel has very bad furniture. So the lobby has very bad furniture. It's like their coffee table that they have like for you to rest at in the lobby is like this cylinder spaceship like extremely thin metal table that was really low to the ground. It looks like it was really, really thin and really sharp. And my dad, like, it doesn't have any decorative plants on it, no like decorations. It's just like this really, really thin metal. And my dad walked right into it with his leg, and it very badly hurt his leg. At first, his wound didn't look super bad. Like, it looked like a cut or an abrasion. And I went over to I was actually filming when it happened, and then I came over and asked what happened. It's like, I hurt my leg. So I went over to the girls at the front desk there at the Aventura Hotel, and I'm like, my dad got hurt. Can you, render aid? Can you call the people who come and, clean you up and give you a Band-Aid? And they were really nasty, and they basically did not render aid. So I said to them, can you call someone to come? And they were like, we can, but it's going to take a really long time. We don't know when or if they'll come. Or when. It could be hours. So you might as well go into the gift shop, they said, and buy some Band-Aids, which I did. And these Band-Aids were about $9. They told me to go buy Band-Aids because that was sufficient to taking care of an injury that happens at Universal. At Universal, they did not render aid. They basically told me to get lost. So, because he didn't clean out the cut, and he just put a Band-Aid on it, it ended up getting weirdly infected. And like, I can't show the photo. The photo I have of his leg is very gross looking, and I can't show it due to ironically, like, some of the policies now, but it got very badly infected. It looked bad. And so he went to the dermatologist, and he went to them about 5 times, and they put him on a antibiotic that stops skin infections because it was pretty bad. And he had to take it for like over a week. I think he took it for 10 days, and it is still today healing. And it's been months because that happened in December, and we are in February now, and it's still like skin that's healing. It's just that the infection is under control. But it was a pretty severe infection. We weren't sure if he was going to have to go to the hospital in order to have like, an IV that has antibiotics in it, and Universal were really creepy about that. He did contact the hotel, and he contacted them by email, and at first their customer service response was, we're sorry to hear that happened, but like, when you come here, we'll give you a free coupon for some cake. So he continued to like push and like said, I need to talk to someone, I need to talk to a manager. So he ended up talking to a manager, and they like pushed it off on like someone to get like a claim or something like that from insurance, or at least to like interrogate us or something like that. And basically they acted like they were going to make this right and apologize, and basically no apology ever came. They kind of admitted it was negligence, and then they broke off communication. So basically you weren't getting anywhere with them. On their part, they were going to do nothing about it, even honestly apologize for how bad the situation was. And we truthfully believe that if they had rendered aid and they had cleaned it out, at least that may have prevented either the infection at all or how bad the infection got. Properly cleaned it out, the wound, made sure it had a proper bandage on it so that bacteria didn't get into it. I just wanted to talk a little bit about it. I am excited to go back to Universal Studios, and I'm quite honestly excited to go back to Cabana Bay because even given the cons, I think it's a superior hotel. And there was there was unsettling experiences at the Aventura Hotel. I honestly would not stay there if it was free. That is me saying that totally honestly. If they contacted me and they said, oh, we'll make it right, stay here for free, I would not stay there. I would not stay at that hotel. It seems like a miserable experience between my dad getting hurt, which is not acceptable, the way they handled it, which is not acceptable, the way the girls treated me at the front desk, not acceptable. Who in the world would want to even be there, even if it was for free? So, those are my experiences at Aventura Hotel. Definitely did not experience good experiences, but I am looking forward to overall going back to Universal Studios because it's a massive resort, and that's one hotel resort, but not for me. So a lot of people will refer to the Aventura Hotel as being like Miami chic because there is an area in South Florida, which is very close to where I live, called Aventura, Florida, which is essentially what started South Florida. And it is a very elite area, and I kind of think that Aventura Hotel was trying to like profit on that name, be like, we're the Aventura Hotel, we're just like them. No, you're not. For good and the bad, that is all that is Miami. No, you are in the swamp, and you will always be the swamp. Alligator infested. It's not the same. Sorry.
¿Cuál es el punto? El asunto está corrupto. Vida dedicado al falso contaminado, encaminado a los campos minados. Seres que gobiernan y controlan nuestra tierra hipnotizado con su juego mental, limitando nuestro potencial como ser humano, no dejando que lleguemos. No quieren que seamos, quieren mantenernos controlados. Babilón, ¿qué pasó? Los que tienen el poder, tienen el futuro en su mano. El mundo que está cambiando, ¿acaso el humano será capaz de cambiar el microchip que le han implantado? Baila muchachita, baila muchachito, baila abuelo, baila abuelita, cambia tu ritmo, maravilla.